Hello, loves. Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, y'all? Welcome, welcome, welcome to my channel, Empress Divine Channel. Today I want to do a little themed event, because I love holidays. Love, love, love holidays. No matter which one it is, from the most seemingly insignificant to things like Christmas and Easter and Thanksgiving. I love the holidays. So I'm doing a little themed reading. Where does your luck lie? Hey Heidi, hey Path Traveler. I'm good. I'm good. How are y'all doing today? How are you? I'm asking, what does your luck lie? Like, where is it that things just flow easily for you? That you can just get in where you fit in and make things happen, where you don't have to struggle to achieve your desired outcome. That's what I would consider quote unquote luck. It's more like law of attraction working for you and what you are manifesting, and even a little bit of divine intervention in there. But yeah, we're just gonna call it luck for the holiday, okay? We're just gonna call it luck. And I don't, have on any green articles of clothing, but I got my green ruler. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I like to be touched. But yeah, I'm gonna carry that around on me today. I got my green. Don't back away from me. Get away. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to do actually let me make sure I got something so I can get these timestamps. Yeah. I'm gonna do, divine feminine energy, divine masculine energy, and then I'll go through the signs. Hey, 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 y'all. How y'all doing? Green bruises. Oh Lord. Are they good bruises or are they bad bruises? Let's see. Well, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna give some people some green bruises. Is that what you mean? We'll go ahead and pop it off with the divine feminine. Ladies first. Ladies first. Yeah, vibrate green. I know that's right. I know that's right. I'm gonna move this little window up so that I can actually see the times. Okay, so 2:26. We will write down that we started with divine feminine. I'll go ahead and just say 2:30. So, oh snap! With the infinite supply. All right. Infinite supply, you are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows, divine feminine. I see some movement here. Whether you're physically like really moving or just moving into like calmer waters, moving away from conflict, moving in away from the lies, from deception, from being unsure, moving away from situations where maybe you were feeling like you were gaslighted or you were not prioritized, or you were not you just were not you didn't feel welcome, or you didn't feel included, or maybe somebody was like shunning you or like kind of pushing you away or pushing you off. It's like we're moving away from that because we realize we don't have to stay anywhere we're not appreciated. So divine feminine is going where she's appreciated, and it looks like you will be arriving soon. I see these green pastures off in the horizon here. You're moving away from wherever it was that you were not put first, and you are valuable, so you should always want to be put first. They try to tell you not to be selfish sometimes, especially women. I know all feminines are not actually women, but a lot of them are. People try to tell you don't be selfish. Be selfish. Care for yourself, because if you don't have anything, you can't give anything to anyone. Your oracle says, the moment I embrace my peace within. Oh, my pen is green. Yay. The oracle says, the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. Mm. Embrace that peace. Don't you stay anywhere where you are not unwanted. And I feel like you'll have some luck in your movement. Wherever it is that you are trying to go, where you're getting away from an environment that did not support you, that did not allow you to flourish, where you did not feel supported or appreciated, you are moving to a place where you will feel supported and appreciated in infinite supply. So whether it be a relationship where you're moving away from a situation where there was not the communication that you needed, there was not any of the appreciation that you needed, and it could be you either going off on your own and living a fun single life, or the person making a big change and giving you the unlimited, and uncapped love that you need and desire, the appreciation that you need and desire. Whatever it is, your luck lies in that you are moving away from being belittled or being reduced to nothing or being put on the back burner. And that is where your luck lies, divine feminine. Good job, baby girl. Good job. Good job. Let's see what's next. Okay, so I'm gonna say around 5:45, we can get into the divine masculine. All right, so we have don't back down, the star, death, and your oracle down here. So divine masculine has some high aspirations. You have high aspirations, or there's something that you see as like being high, almost as like being put on a pedestal. And maybe before you were feeling like maybe you couldn't get to it, or something was out of your reach, or um, mm, somebody didn't feel worthy. I feel some of that here too. But with this star card, I feel that your luck is in just throwing all caution to the wind and going after what it is that you want. With the don't back down card, it says stand up for what you believe is right. Sometimes you don't, stand up to the challenge, or you don't face the challenge because you don't necessarily feel like you have everything in a row yourself. But I feel like there's a death of that doubting of yourself. There's a death of that questioning yourself. There's a little bit of a death of the ego self. Ego self is concerned about, well, how do I look? How do I come across? How would I be labeled in this situation? So there's a bit of a death of an ego here, and I feel like more of an opening up to a vulnerability, and that's where your luck lies, in being open and being vulnerable, and just completely going after what it is that you want without any inhibitions, and just like not worrying about what anyone has to say about you, or not worrying about what those old, like when somebody may have imprinted on you, like in your younger days or as you were growing to be, in the fullness of who you are. Or maybe people said things that kind of cause you to like move into a shell and not want to open up, or things that happen that cause you to not want to open up or not want to expose your sensitive inner self. I feel that your luck lies in you breaking free from that, and you opening up and just going in with reckless abandon for what it is that you want. Your oracle says, instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good of all. Mm. With that oracle card, I feel like it's more of, instead of you sitting back just thinking, oh, I wish I could have this, oh, I'm wishing on a star that I could have this, or I, excuse me, guys, or oh, I pray that this could happen. It's more like, you just embody a good energy. You embody a good energy, or you become in alignment with the energy of what it is that you want. You rise to the occasion per se, or you rise in vibration to the point where now you are in alignment with what it is that you want. That thing that felt so out of your grasp or out of reach, the thing that you really want. It's like you opening up and you are valuing yourself, learning a little bit more about your higher self, maybe doing a lot more spiritual work, and realizing that you can do it. You can just, you can walk in on the scene, you can beast it out, you can, step in and make yourself known, and you don't have to feel little. You don't have to feel insignificant. You don't have to feel unworthy. And I feel like your luck lies in you just going out there and doing it, and not caring how anybody sees you, or not caring how you may be judged about it. Go get it, Divine. Go get it. Let's see. I'm gonna say around 9:47. We start with Aries. Oh, 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 Lord. As long as the pollen is out, and it's gonna be a hot mess in these videos, y'all. I'm sorry. Every year, spring, every year. Okay, so Aries, you have expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. The miracle with the Page of Cups. It's like you've been wanting to offer something to a situation, but again, maybe it's just like you didn't feel like you had enough. You didn't feel like you, I don't know, we're on the level. I feel like it's like you're so inspired or you're so enamored with something or someone, so passionate about something, but there's just a bit of this energy where you kind of lower yourself unnecessarily. But the Knight of Swords down here is saying that there is, I feel like a shift in your mentality that's going on. A shift in your mentality, a shift in your belief about the situation. You may actually come to a realization that there's a certain way that you can get in where you fit in. The moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. Hmm. So the Page of Cups can also be about, dependence or infatuation with something, leaning so heavily on a situation. So yeah, there's usually people won't lean so heavily on a situation or be dependent, or infatuated with something unless there's like an element of like extreme passion or love or whatever into the situation. So I feel like you are coming to just a realization that anything is possible when you freely give of yourself. And this is really like the same type of energy I felt with that divine masculine reading, just in different cards. And I can get that because like Aries they can be so macho and like just super masculine energy, even if it's a woman, and even if you identify as divine feminine, is more of like a headstrong feminine, more of like a masculine energy identifying feminine. So I can see how this is aligning in that way, but expect a miracle. It's like, okay, I have something to offer. It may not be the best, but I still want to present it. I still want to put it on the table. So you'll have luck in taking whatever resources that you have or taking whatever it is that you're working with right here at this moment in time, and just knowing that it's enough because you come with an intention of love, because you come with an intention of good faith, or because you come with a good heart. You would be surprised. Really, you would be surprised. I know we live in this material world and everything, but you would be surprised what good intention and just being a good person and showing up as yourself can do for you. So expect miracles. Believe in yourself. Go ahead and do the thing, say the thoughts, speak to the person, make the offer. You'll find your luck there, and you just put it all out on the table. Just put it all out. Oh Lord, yeah, spring be fucking me up. I'm a fall person. A lot of people's favorite season is spring. I am a fall person. Get that pollen away from me. Oh. Okay, so around 13:35, we go into Taurus with fertility. That's so Taurian. Fertility and beautiful surroundings and green pastures and blossoming flowers and fruitful trees and all of that good stuff. Fertility says it's the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. So there's some no here. With the Nine of Cups, I feel this sense of appreciation. You appreciate yourself. You appreciate what you've done. You appreciate what you've created. But you know that it's time to take it to the next level. You want to do more. You want to see more. You just desire more. Oh, you spoiled Taurians. More, more, more. But you have the energy of plenty here. So wherever it is that you are wanting more, where you want to see more, you want to do more, you want to go to the next level, you have luck here in that. We have the Two of Swords down here saying that maybe you are not seeing all of the opportunities that are right there for you. Or maybe you don't want to see it. You may be kind of you know how sometimes you may be in a transitional phase and you kind of don't want to look. It's something so good and you want it so bad, but you don't even want to look. Let's say you've applied to, you know, different colleges or whatever, and it's time for those letters to start coming back saying that you either got in or you didn't, and you don't want to open the letter. This is your top choice school. You want it so bad, and you know it's going to be the start of a whole new era for you. Oh Lord, my baby, my baby, my baby. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me let me tend to this right quick. I'll be right back. Okay. So we're gonna have to get you. We're gonna have to get you a bag. In here. You spit in here. Oh, spit it in here. You gotta spit it in here. Okay. Hold your bag. Okay. Hold your bag. If you feel it coming up, you gotta put it in there. Okay. Lord. I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming. I'm coming. Oh. All right. Oh. So my little darling looks like she has a stomach virus. It's been going around, so I'm not totally surprised. Oh, my sweet baby. Okay, so where was I at? Yeah, sometimes like you get that college acceptance letter or denial, whatever the case may be. But I'm feeling acceptance energy, and you don't even want to look at it. You don't even want to look at it. It's like you don't. You're afraid. So you can be afraid of something. It's almost like you can feel such newness about to enter into your life. This is graduation energy. You know, not necessarily literally graduation, but it's like you're ready to start new things and move to a new level and have more, do more, see more, be more. Um, and you got to look it in the face. You got to look it in the face. Don't go in blindfolded, or you might miss something. It might be some more blessings you may find, you know, kind of tucked away in the corner somewhere. Your oracle says there is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. So believe in yourself, value yourself, and I see that that energy is already there with the Nine of Cups. You value yourself, you believe in yourself. Just trust the universe and that it does the same. Also, okay. We got some newness there. That's where your luck lies. Just keeping your eyes open and trusting in that you deserve this new, you know, scene. You deserve this new situation. Let's see, Gemini with the 19. Yeah, we'll say 1925. All right. Okay, so we have the Kali with the endings and beginnings, then the Hierophant, Knight of Pentacles, And your oracle down here. Mm. So there's been something that may have, started, but I feel it may be upstarting. I mean, it's something that stopped, but I feel like it may be upstarting itself again. But there are a lot of lessons that need to be learned first. So I feel like you may be kind of moving slower, either in a new direction or you're moving slower back into the situation. And this time you're coming with a lot more knowledge. Things may have basically the ending happened because there was going to be movement with the situation, but um there were some lessons that had to be learned. There was some downtime that was needed. So some spiritual evaluation could go on so that you can learn some things that'll help you be a better person as things move forward. So it's been a slow process, but it's still progressing. Your oracle reads, my vibes speak louder than my words. I feel like there's some changed behavior here. So it's either you or someone else, or yourself, or energy of outside parties or an outside situation where things kind of had to break down in order to be built up. There needed to be a time out. And in that time out, there was a lot of spiritual evaluation. There were a lot of very important life lessons learned. Maybe you talked to somebody who you would see as like either a father figure or like a coach or a mentor, possibly even a reverend. Oh, thank you, Love Triber. I do appreciate it. Um, Knight of Pentacles. The 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 process needed to happen in that way. So even though it doesn't seem like you were very lucky, this is a very lucky energy in that you were given the time to sit down and become better. Because sometimes some people, they're given that fast track and they're able to go on in there. You see it with people who get famous real fast, and you see how fast they burn or fizzle out, or how fast it becomes like a burden on them. You, on the other hand, Gemini, I feel like you had the ability to go into a situation, kind of see what it was about, but things didn't move forward the way you wanted them to move forward. Things didn't progress the way you wanted them, desired them to progress. But in that downtime when you were not getting what you wanted, or when it seemed like things were breaking down, you were learning such valuable lessons that when the door does open to you again, things will go so much smoother, and you'll be so much more prepared for what it is that's coming to you, and you'll be vibrating on such a higher level. A lot of the arguments that may have happened, a lot of the conflict that could have happened, if you had just had the fast track in there, you won't have to deal with that. Your vibrations will be in a much more serene and peaceful place. Very spiritual energy around that with the Hierophant card. It's like you've had like a come to God moment. Like you have a lot of more grace about the situation, grace within yourself, and also grace around you. Like grace abounds. My bracelet that you see every time I'm in these videos, it says your grace abounds in deepest waters. So sometimes, when things don't go right, it seems like you just can't get yourself above water. And I'm feeling that energy here. It's like you just felt like you couldn't get things to move the way you wanted to, like you just kept being drowned out of the situation. But you were learning grace. You were learning, to be a more gentle person, or you were learning to be a more committed person. You were learning to be more persistent, building that thick skin also, learning how to get through a situation without, giving up so easily. So kudos for you. The downtime, sometimes, blessings don't necessarily look like a blessing up front, but you just have to believe that everything's working in your favor. We're going to start Cancer around 2340. Yeah, I'm just going to say 2340. No, I haven't gotten the Capricorn yet. Fancy clean. I gotta write a little smaller. I'm gonna run out of space to do the timestamps on this paper. So we have Ma'at with the fairness card. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. Don't Cancer just love some fairness? We have the Three of Cups here. So you're either reuniting with something or you're just trying to have a good time right now. Then we have the Moon. Mm. And the Oracle reads, happiness is my birthright. Yeah, you want to have a good time. Your luck lies in you just being able to let go, let your hair down, have fun. Because I do feel like you've been through maybe a dark time, or a time where you couldn't really find the answers. You didn't know. whether things were going left or going right. It was kind of like maybe in a state of limbo where you just really couldn't find the answers that you were wanting for yourself. You didn't see the answers that you were looking for, and you couldn't find any other answers otherwise either. It was just a big fog and a state of confusion, I feel like. But um, you need to balance out that energy by just letting things go and having fun. One thing that I've learned in life is that when you are confused by a situation, or when you it's hard to make a decision, you may have felt a little bit indecisive. I feel that Libra energy of, not being able to make a firm decision, right on the spot. So in that state of just not knowing and not being able to make a firm decision, sometimes it's best to just, you know what, I'm gonna go have me a drink, or I'm gonna go out with my friends. I'm going to relax a little bit. I'm gonna treat myself. And most of the time, like 99.9% of the time, the answer will come to you. It will come to you in due time. And when you know that happiness is your birthright, when you go and treat yourself, when you go and have fun, you go and connect with like-minded people, and maybe have a couple of drinks, or take a little trip, whatever it is that you're doing that is causing you to be around your community, being around people who just make you feel good. It's you caring for your energy. It's you putting yourself first. The universe ain't gonna do nothing but match that. It's just gonna mirror it. And that's how you achieve that balance within yourself, just making sure that you're always feeling good, doing the next best thing that makes you feel good. That's where your luck is going to lie. So if you've been having problems just trying to figure out how to move in a situation, the best thing you can do for yourself is treat yourself. And it may seem counterintuitive. It may seem like, oh, I need to work harder, I need to do more, I need to investigate, I need to, buckle down and do this, do that. No, the best thing you can do is have fun. Even if you know that you need to kind of meet a deadline, try to have fun with it, because that energy will be mirrored to you, and that's where your luck lies. That's how you get things to kind of move along in your favor and answers to drop in your lap. Just have a good time with it, Cancer. Don't stress yourself. So at 27, we go into Leo. All right. With the inner wisdom, you know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. I feel big leader energy here. Big energy. Dare I say it? Energy. Okay. Mercury is still in retrograde. Leader energy supported by that Hierophant card. So there is leader energy here. I feel like it has to do a lot in terms of your work life, or where you may be like starting a business, work life, starting a business, some type of, it could be you physically like working with your hands. You may have like crafts that you're selling on Etsy or something like that. Art as well, some type of special talent that you work with your hands, or you create with your special talents. If you're not an artsy person, and you're more so like this, really high intellectual, then that special skill of yours using that intellect will be in play here. But this is energy of you being like a leader, whether it be like a thought leader and an influencer. It could be on, social media, or even within your own community. There's a skill that you have that people around you need. Your oracle says, through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world. There's somewhere where your energy is needed, where it will affect others. You have solutions that others need. You have products that others need. You have energy. You have an output that others need. Whatever it is that you're putting out, there are people who need it. And you have to believe in yourself. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. Don't sit there and doubt yourself. Don't keep going over and over and over and over something, trying to make it perfect. I know that Leo, I'm a Leo moon. We kind of deal with that ego sometimes, of just wanting to make sure that what we put out there is absolutely perfect. That is the that is something that can't be criticized, because we are trying to avoid criticism. But You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be authentic. And that eight of coins tells me that whatever it is that you do, it's authentic to you. It's something that is special to you. It's your unique selling proposition. It's that one thing that differentiates you from everyone else who may be doing what it is that you're trying to do. So instead of just going over and over and over something, trying to make it perfect, take imperfect action, and you'll refine it as you go along. Those ripple effects, there's refinements as you create these different, circumstances in your life as a result of the work that you're doing. You'll be changing and growing also. So instead of putting all your energy into focusing on making something change and grow and mold it to perfection, put it out there with the fullness of who you already are, and you change and grow and mold yourself along with the thing that you're putting out to people, if that makes sense. Whatever idea you have, whatever product you have. Just like you change packaging and, redo your logo and stuff like that, you will be changing your packaging. Your stuff will be changing also. Yes, authenticity is what makes it perfect. Exactly. You are exactly who you need to be at this moment in time. And that's where your luck lies, just truly being who you are and believing in yourself and just putting it out there. Just do the thing. Make it happen, Leo. Without worrying about what people gonna say about you or how you look. Get out the damn mirror. I talk to Leos like that because I'm a Leo moon. I love y'all. Okay, so at 31, I'll say 22, we get into Virgo. You sorceress, you. Okay, what y'all got going on, Virgo? I don't like the five of coins card. I don't like it. I can't stand it. Some people be afraid of like the tower card. Some people are afraid of the death card. I do not like the five of coins. I really don't. So we have the sorcerer's energy. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. And then we have this card over here. It's like this person is like destitute. He's in isolation. He's thirsting for something that doesn't seem to be there. And he has this hot sun on his back, but this hot sun is really a pinnacle. And maybe it just feels like you're just going through the fire right now, but you're actually being refined. So don't fall into that kind of lacking mentality of feeling like you don't have what you desire. Know that everything that you desire is already yours. You just have to move through space and move through the opportunities and go grasp what it is that you want. Okay, because time is an illusion. So there's no point set in time. You don't have to wait so and so amount of weeks or so and so amount of years, or you don't have to wait until I do this or until I do that to have something. It's available to you. You just have to match the energy of it. But I see the three of wands right here. So some relief, some type of help is on the way, I feel. The three of wands to me is a passive type of waiting on something. So it's not like you going out and getting something like the eight of coins or you going out and making something happen. It's more of like, okay, my energy is drawing this into me. Your oracle says, when I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lenses of love. So right now you may not be seeing the world as this, beautiful, abundant, blossoming place, but I feel like you will have your luck when you start to see it that way. And you have to really get into alchemy and like transmuting energy. Somebody could be giving you energy that is making you feel put out or making you feel left in the cold or making you feel like you're not worthy or making you feel like you don't have everything that you need. Transmute that shit. Let it be motivation. You take that energy and be like, you know what? I don't believe that in the least bit. Correct their ass, Virgo. That's yes. That's what I heard. Correct their ass, Virgo. And you good at that. You good at that, Virgo. Use that energy to correct them. Be like, you know what? I'm gonna show them. You can't just put me out and make me feel like I don't have my worth and make me feel like, I'm not worth anything. I'll show you. You take that energy and you let that be your fuel. You don't submit to that energy. You overcome that energy. And I do feel like this is the energy here of that sorceress. You can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So okay, you're gonna tell me that I can't have it, you're gonna tell me that I don't deserve it, you're gonna tell me that I don't need it. I'll show you. I'll show you. You taking that energy and flipping it. That's where your luck lies. So actually, who's ever coming for you, Virgo, is good for you. It's actually working to your advantage with this energy. As long as you are in the vibration where you can see things, it's energy, and you can realize that it don't have nothing to do with you. It's more to do with that person, and where you can use that to fuel your fire, you're good. You can create with that. You can create with that energy. It don't matter how low vibrational that person's energy is, you can create with it. The person may have given you square one to start with, or they, they feel like they gave you square one to start with. Like maybe they kind of left you out in the cold, or you know tried to take something from you. I'm feeling like in a relationship, it maybe have been like an issue of control. Like maybe with money, a person tried to like take something from you so that you could submit to them. And this is the energy of like, I'm gonna show you. I'm not going to start looking at the world in a lacking mentality. I'm not going to start questioning my own abundance just because you thought you can control something over here. You don't control nothing over here. That's the type of energy I'm feeling with Virgo. And yes, your luck lies in you knowing that I'm gonna be good either way. I'm gonna be good with or without you. You can either help me or you can move out the way while I go get it myself. So I probably do a better job of getting it anyway. Listen, let me say Libra at 3625. I think that was 25. Yeah, 3625. All right, we have Aphrodite with the inner goddess. Like you are you're paying attention to yourself. You're giving yourself the energy that you have been known to give to other people. The energy where you try to foster good relationships and make sure that everyone feels included and make sure everyone is having a good time. I feel like you're starting to give that energy to yourself, because I feel like in some way or another you just been fed up. You just been fed up, and like certain commitments that you may have. And I'm not saying that you like want to leave anybody, or you want to leave a job, or break the business partnership or anything like that. I don't see any type of like flighty energy here, but it's like I'm gonna take care of myself. I think I've done enough for you. I think I've done more than my job for you. I'm going to start taking care of myself. I'm going to commit to me. I'm going to commit to my higher self. I'm going to commit to becoming the best version of myself. And I'm going to let you just watch my smoke. I'm just going to let you watch how I do me, you know, and know that you're good. I ain't going nowhere, but you're good. But I'm just going to tend to me right now. And I feel like your luck lies in that. Awaken the goddess within through dance, self care, and appreciating your divinity. When you kind of pull away, you pull your energy away from people sometimes, they look up like, oh no, where'd Libra go? I need Libra. And Libra's off doing their own thing, flourishing, living their best life, looking hydrated, skin glowing, hair thick and flowy, all of that. And it was like, oh, I should have appreciated you more. Like that type of energy. So it's like you will actually attract people who come in and just do right by you, and treat you as you deserve to be treated the whole time. When you start treating yourself that way, when you start giving yourself the energy that you were giving other people. Your oracle says in any moment I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. So you're really just taking that time for yourself, realizing that I can spend all day, laboring to give others love, or I can take that time and quiet my own inner self. I can take that time to honor my own inner self, to, worship the divinity within me, to praise and honor the goddess within myself. Get it, Libra? I love it. Taking care of self. I love it. That's where your luck lies. That's where things will start moving more in alignment with what you want. And you just pull that energy back and be like, you know what? Let me kind of cap that access that you have to me. Let me pull back a little bit so you can realize that I'm a pretty hot damn commodity. No, no, no. Let's see. So 3942 for Scorpio. Past life. Y'all come with that shit, Scorpio. Y'all come with that shit. That unnecessarily deep stuff. Talking about past lives and shit. Oh, I'm kidding. Scorpio is my second most dominant energy. So I tease Scorpio like that. So we have Isis, past life. The situation involves your past life memories. Something is being reborn. Something is being revived, rejuvenated during this retrograde. It's all of this revived, reborn, rejuvenated, redone, reassessed, all of that. All the re's, all the re's. You got it. Um, I was drawn to the the re, that like if you can be in real estate too, or real estate is important. So you may be buying a house, moving in with somebody, moving back in with somebody, moving back to a neighborhood with somebody. So that stood out to me too. But Queen of Staffs, you have this energy, and it is so powerful, and it's quiet. It's like quiet lightning. That's the danger. The thunder just makes the noise. The lightning is the issue. The lightning is what can kill you, and the lightning itself is quiet. Well, it looks quiet because the sound ain't caught up yet. But the light moves faster than the sound. And you have that power, you have that, it's a quiet power, I feel, with that Queen of Staffs energy. Very, very fiery, very electric energy. Mm. You put your stamp on a situation. You have put your stamp on a situation. Yes, 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 yes. You have put your stamp on a situation. My goodness. So whatever it is that's being redone, rejuvenated, revisited, reborn, revived, it's because before it was even over, before the breakdown, watch the breakdown. Yeah. You made a stamp. You made like a permanent mark on something. It's like when you carve your name in a tree. So you may be involved with like an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And when I saw that visual of like carving the name in the tree, and I was like, Earth, carved your name in earth, like made a permanent mark on someone's heart or in someone's mind. Someone from the past, it could be either childhood, and y'all have kind of like went your own ways and then you came back together, or literally in past lives. They have like a familiar energy. So when y'all came together, it was like a shoot, like you just could not let go of each other, couldn't keep your hands off of each other. Or, if it's not a person, it's like this thing that as soon as you found it, as soon as you were exposed to it, it was like, oh my God, this is what I've been waiting for all of my life. You felt just euphoria. Like it was just a state of ecstasy learning about it or hearing about it because you identify with it from a past life. I feel like a lot of Scorpios have been like coming to realizations of like what they call it, Akashic records. Like you've been learning about that, or you've been having these dreams or insights where you just know, like you know that in a past life you were this type of person, or in a past life you did this or you did that. You are remembering places that you've never been in this life, remembering faces or people that you've never seen in this life, whether it be through dreams, visions, names that just come to your mind, and you were like, who is so and so? Or songs that you hear, but they're not songs in this lifetime. Melodies that you hear, and you were like, I don't even remember where that came from. It's that type of energy there. But yeah, when I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. So disrupted, disrupted. I don't like that word. I just rather say disturbed. But anyway, the the situation is something like I said, you're going back to it, or it's being revived or reborn. So yeah, there was a breakdown. I feel like it was something harsh, something that may have hurt. Like, just like Triber just said, like that sting that is associated with Scorpios, that sting. But I don't get on Scorpios like that, because a lot of times you won't get that sting if you don't do something to them. There are some low vibrational Scorpios who just try to get revenge for every single thing, but for the most part, if you don't be messing with people or trying to sun them, they're not going to too much, be worried about trying to sting you. So you have to really hurt them for the most part to get that energy. But whatever it is, you put your stamp on a situation. So even before the breakdown happened, it was like it was gonna pretty much come back together anyway. Because, like, let's say you were let go from a job, they can't find nobody that produced work the way you did, so they'll be reaching back out to you. If it was a relationship, they're not gonna find nobody who was like as deep or as um as nurturing as you were. So it's like you have that stamp, that permanent place in their heart, like you give them a feeling that they can't really get anywhere else. So your luck lies in just your uniqueness, that power, when you're really in tune with yourself and really in alignment, and you have that influence without even having to say much. Like giving that person that look where it looks like you're staring into the depths of their soul. That's very powerful. Very powerful. Now the King of Swords can be a little bit manipulative in some cases. It's like he's a master of communication, so he could tell you what you want to hear. So in some cases, Scorpio, you may actually be using that to your advantage, using that power, saying what you need to say to achieve, the end that you want, the end result that you want. I don't believe in, good, bad, and all of that. It just is what it is. Only you know what the situation is, so only you know if that's something that you would need to do. It could also be spell work happening here. Once again, once again, as long as you know what you're doing, I don't have no thoughts about that. I really don't. But the oracle does say, when I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. So just make sure that everything that you're doing it from a place of good intentions, as far as where it is that you're going with the situation, or where it is that you want to, or what it is that you want to achieve in the situation. You know what I mean? But yeah, something being reborn, you going back to a situation because your stamp has been made on the situation. Let's see, 47, 45 for Sag. So we have leap of faith. Y'all all about their risky life, huh? You all about their risky life, Sagittarius. Taking a walk on the wild side, living on the edge. I feel you. It says take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. I feel like you waited long enough. And Sagittarius ain't gonna too much like to wait for too much longer. Ain't gonna like to wait for long. But you know what? During the downtime before things really pop off for you, I'm hoping that you've taken this time to really refine your goals and figure out where you can come across as your true self, where you don't have to kind of put on airs for anything. Not that you do anyway. Not that I'm saying that you do, but just making sure that you are coming across fully yourself, trusting in your knowledge, because I feel like the waiting time that you went through allowed you to see things from a different perspective. So whatever downtime you may have had where maybe things weren't going the way you wanted them to go, or maybe you kind of went through like a little baby dark night of the soul. I don't feel nothing real deep here. A little baby dark, night, a couple hiccups or whatever. So yeah, don't mess with spells, leave that to God. To each his own. To each his own. The hanged man, you have your little time upside down or whatever, but you've learned. You learn. I feel like it allowed you to kind of break open a little bit. Like maybe I can say this. I can say this. I don't want to. I'm not trying to just pacify anybody, but maybe some Sagittarius may have kind of been on a high horse, or for a small time you were like on a high horse. And the reason I said I was like horse Sagittarius, yeah. Horse, like maybe you were like on a high horse or whatever. Not saying that you were just an ugly person, but it could have gotten to the point where maybe you may have gotten ahead of yourself a little bit, and a little bit of humility was kind of introduced to the situation. So now you're a little more open, a little bit more vulnerable. And if you're truthful with yourself, you know what I'm saying. So it's like you realize that when you just open yourself up, you don't have to kind of be in competition with anybody, or kind of be in this energy of being like preachy, of like trying to tell people what's right or what's wrong or what to do, or how to be. You kind of just chill and let things flow. Because I feel like for a time it was like you were in a position where you couldn't say much, or where you couldn't, put your input on the table as forceful as maybe you usually would. Your hands were kind of tied behind your back. You couldn't say a whole lot. You were put in a position where you kind of had to watch more than anything. I think this is actually a good thing for you, because you learn to kind of just when to say stuff, when not to say things, when to give, when to hold back, when to pour out, when to reserve for yourself. The oracle says, when I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. And sometimes you kind of interject your opinion into stuff, and it's not really needed, because it's almost like you feel like you need to force things to move in a certain direction. But when you trust and believe that the universe is always going to be in a state of equilibrium, that things are always going to work themselves out, you don't have to overwork yourself in order to make things go the way you would like to see them go. You get what I'm saying? Just again, counterintuitively, just being at peace, doing nothing, will probably help you achieve what you desire more so than being forceful. But at the same time, you've been through this little phase, you had this little downtime, you've kind of learned, and you realize that the wise man once said nothing. A wise person knows when to just withdraw their opinion, or retract their statements, and just kind of chill a little bit. And now you're ready to move into a new place, or a new adventure, a new travel. You know how y'all like to move around. You're ready for that next big thing in your life, and you're moving into it with a lot more peace, and a lot more I would say inner serenity, where you don't feel like you have to react to everything, or you don't feel like you have to make a statement about everything. Yeah. And that's where your luck lies. You'll be surprised at what you achieve when you don't say nothing. People say closed mouths don't get fed, but if you're in the right energy, yes, they do. Yes, they do. They definitely do. So it's like you're moving into something with a different mentality, a mentality that I don't have to fight this, I don't have to correct this. Everything is already good. Everything is going to go the way I want it to go, and I don't have to make it happen in any way. Okay, so 5320 for the cap, cap. We'll have just enough space to finish my timestamps on this sheet of paper. Oh, butterfly maiden. We have some transformation going down. Oh, this is love. This is love. Yeah. We have some transformation going down. Now, the state of love, the, relationship of the love, who's to say? Because it can range from, like family love to friend love to platonic love to, oh my God, I love you. Falling in love. But there's transformation happening here. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. Ace of Cups. I feel like the whole way that you give your love, the whole way that you give your cup has changed. I feel so much patience. And I think it's because, the butterfly has to go through a lot to become this beautiful creature. It's like you love with so much patience. And, Capricorn is kind of associated with that discipline and, being strict and a little bit sometimes, domineering, maybe having that micromanaging, controlling type of energy where it's like, I don't play that shit. You ain't gonna do me any type of way in a relationship, like, or having like super, super high standards or being, again, just very strict about that. But I feel like there's so much patience and so much kindness, so much grace here, like so much poise. Like there will be no getting out of character. Like I'd rather walk and I'll go have my time alone before I get out of character. The oracle says I choose to learn through love. It's like even when a situation doesn't feel good, because love will not always feel good. That is a myth. That is a myth. Love will cause you to grow. It will cause you to expand, and those growing pains hurt when things test your patience, and they show you, they put a mirror in front of you and show you yourself and show you those triggers that you have to learn from, that you have to learn to quiet and you have to learn to heal from. It's not going to always feel good. There's been so much transformation in you, Capricorn, that I'm feeling here. And as a result of this transformation, I feel like you'll start just, wow, like really thriving in situations, like really flourishing. Like you could be in something like a long-standing workplace or like a long-standing relationship, or family members that maybe you haven't seen in a while, and you go back around them and it's like your whole energy is different. There's such a change in you. Like where you may have been like a little bit of a hard ass before, it's so much more, it's so much more flowy. I feel mutable energy here, to be honest. And I know Capricorn is a cardinal sign, but I feel mutable energy here. It's like I flow with things. I let it flow. I learn from it. I glow through it. I grow through it. I fly with the wind. I move by the wind. It's just this really lovely, graceful energy about this. And if things get a little hard, it's not like you'll leave permanently with the Ace of Cups. I don't see like any abandonment here. It's more like, okay, well, let me fly off in the wind and I'll come check back on you in a minute. And maybe we'll revisit the situation. So instead of being just so hard about things, it's like being in that patient and kind 1 Corinthians 13 love type energy. I love it, love it, love it. I feel like this is going to take you so far. That energy is going to take you so far. Just the energy that you bring to a situation, just being in that vibration, because this vibration of love is the highest vibration that there is in the human realm. And being on this vibration, you can make so much happen. So not only do I feel like the way that you love is changing, the love that you receive is also going to be changing too, as a direct result of that transformation in you. Mm. I feel a little bit of that Sagittarius energy here, about that, just kind of being able to walk away from a situation rather than trying to force it. So you could have Sagittarius in your chart, or just have that dominant energy, dominant Sagittarius energy, or be dealing with the Sagittarius, or that reading just kind of applies to, what's going on here. It's like you came to a place where you realize I can't be that hard person anymore. It's not doing me any good to be that hard person. I just want to love. I don't want to be the disciplinarian. I don't want to be out to top everything and everyone. I just want to live and love and laugh. How cliche, live, love, and laugh. I just want to be in that energy. And I want to walk away from anything that does not allow me to have that. Oh, Cappies. How sweet. Enormous change. Yes. Great blessings for you. Inspiration. When you're in that energy, inspiration comes to you better. So that's where your luck lies. Like you can see things clearer when you don't have, grudges or resentment, or you know, if you're not condemning a situation, if you're not pointing out flaws, then you can see things a lot more clearly. So 59, 50, I'll say, is Aquarius. Go outside. Go outside. Get out the door. Okay, Aquarius. Says you've been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. Then we have the moon card. So you're going to be outside at night, I guess. Go roaming in the night streets. Then we have the Tower card. So there's some breakdown here or some sudden realizations. And your oracle says, I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. And there's that nature in the psychic or unexpected, the supernatural elements of the moon and the unexpectancy of the tower. So just being out in the world and being present in each moment and not being so stuck in the future, not trying to think ahead of everything and plan and plot building of a whole empire, and the execution of your takeover and the semantics of your legacy. Just being in the moment, enjoying nature, listening to a bird's call, feeling the wind breeze and moving across your face and across your skin after a fresh bath. Just just being in nature, enjoying every single moment, looking at the miracles in life itself at all times, rather than trying to plan that how in the future how you want it to be better. I'm all for progress. I get it. I am an Aquarius. I'm all for progress. I'm coming, honey. I'm all for the progress. I really am. But we need you here in the moment. We need you here in the moment. And I do feel like some things are getting ready to happen for you that you will need to be present in the moment to really even see the bigness of them. Because if you're not paying attention, you'll miss it. You will miss it. So you'll need those mindful moments. You'll need to be aware. You'll need to be open. You'll need to be looking, because they can come in so fast. Like I said, with that lightning energy can happen so fast, you will miss it if you blink your eyes. Hey, happy St. Patrick's Day to you too, Champagne. You will miss it if you are not paying attention. So be mindful. Go outside, get into nature, be one with nature, pay attention to everything. Get to the point where you're so rooted in your energy that you feel every single shift, where you notice every single shift, so that you can feel that energy. Because when something big is about to happen, and if you are tapped in and you are aligned in the moment, you feel it coming. So you won't be able to miss that tower moment, which isn't always a bad thing. It's a lot of times it can be breakthroughs or like things that happen so quickly that it just kind of shatters your expectations. But I do feel like you may already have this kind of intuitive knowing that something is brewing, that something is lurking. Something is coming. It's coming, and you don't want to miss it. Okay, so definitely be alert. That's where your luck is going to lie. Don't be too much in your head. Don't be too far in the future. Just be right here with us. And then lastly, at I'm gonna say an hour, 3 minutes, and 33 seconds into it. Look at all those good threes. We have Pisces with the medicine woman, bringing that healing to a situation in a big way with the Eight of Staffs. And the Seven of Cups we have here. Ooh. And then your oracle says there's a stream of love supporting my dreams. Mm. So while I do feel that there's healing here that can be done, there's also a need to have discernment in where you pour your healing powers. Pisces is not the story of your life. Is this not the story of your life? You are so powerful in terms of the healing you can bring into a situation, the sensitivity that you can offer, the love that you can pour into a person, but you have to know which cup to pour into. Some will receive it, some will not. And I feel like your luck lies in you being able to exercise discernment in such a sharp way. Like, instead of having that fogginess where you look at a person, you be like, oh, is this a good person? Or is this like a dark shadow spirit disguising itself? And you just kind of sit there with your eyes squinted until they do something that for sure is like, okay, yeah, I was right. Don't question yourself. Don't question yourself. You have to get so in tune and so in alignment with yourself where you feel that little ping in your gut, feel a little ding, that little red flag go up, and you trust it the first time. You have to trust it. You have to just trust the flow. It shouldn't be any type of halting or any type of hesitation in this stream of your spirit. This is a, you see this waterfall down here and these lightning quick insights, these like lightning speed decisions. That's the kind of way you need to be called on to trust your intuition, because it's so powerful that you will attract the vampires, you will attract the snakes, you will attract, the people who don't mean you any good, because of the power in your healing, or the power in your love, the power in your sensitivity, the power in your serenity, just the power in who you are as a Pisces, being a bridge between the spirit and the physical realms. They'll come straight to you. Them spirits, them dark spirits will come straight to your doorstep if you don't have that quick lightning speed decisiveness, if you don't trust your intuition at the blink of a hat. You have to. How many times has your intuition really led you wrong, Pisces? And the times that there are times that you feel like it led you wrong, was it your intuition or was it your mind trying to outthink your intuition? This woman, she has her eyes closed. You can't trust those 3D senses. You have to trust those clear senses if you have them, because there's a reason that you have them. People that don't really have those clear senses developed, they depend on the 3D senses for survival. I feel like you are ascended to the point where you're not just surviving, you're being called to thrive right now, and you can't thrive depending on 3D senses that are just meant for you to survive. You have to depend on those clear senses, that knowing that you have, those voices that you hear, those visions that you see. It's a much higher energy on a much higher level. It's a graduated existence that you're having here. But you will be tested. So you will need that discernment. Use these tests to, check your speed. Make it like a speed test. When you start in a workout program and they try to see how many like sit-ups you can do in 1 minute, how many jumping jacks you can do in 1 minute, how many burpees you can do in 1 minute. Start testing yourself. How many fugazi motherfuckers can I see on first sight? how many crooks can I sense out in a 1 mile radius? Like, start exercising your intuition and start believing it, because where you're going, the dreams that you have, you're gonna need it, and you're gonna need to trust it just that fast. You're not gonna be able to give people time to get close to you, because some people just need a one little crack in the door and they're gonna bust it down. They're gonna bust in there. Yes, Olympic training, intuitive Olympic training. So that's where your luck is going to lie. You just really exercising your intuition and learning to trust it. No question, eyes closed, not giving a benefit of a doubt, not listening to people. Well, they did me wrong. You didn't even give me a chance. Don't listen to that bullshit. Don't listen to the sob story. You know what you know, Pisces, and I know you know what you know. You just have to stop doubting yourself, because really that's nothing but ego. Because you don't want nobody to say nothing bad about you. You don't want to be known as the person who misjudged. You don't want to be known as the person who discriminated. But you know what you're feeling, and you don't need nobody else to support what it is that you're feeling. Yes, you don't need nobody to support what it is that you're feeling. You know what you're feeling. So don't be distracted by that. And that's where your luck is going to lie. You just really exercising and trusting your intuition. So, guys, we have gone through the divine feminine, divine masculine, and all 12 of the signs. I thank y'all so much for kicking it with me today. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for having me popping live chat. I think this is the busiest my live chat has ever been. And so I guess that's where my luck lies, just hanging with y'all. So have a happy St. Patrick's Day. Drink and be merry. If you're in Savannah, have a good time. Have a good time. Have a good time for me. Okay. I thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for just kicking it with me. Those who watched the live, who participated in the live, those who didn't speak. I be seeing y'all too. I appreciate you too. And for those who catch the replay, love you so much, and I'll see y'all next time. All right. Bye.